Today we were racing at Portugal in one of my first ever LMU races. I did a handful of races beforehand, but it was mostly to learn the sim and the track because I've never raced here before. We're in the McLaren 720S GT3. We got a terrible qualifying lap. I will admit, I'm starting to learn that I lack in qualifying pace quite a bit. I find my race pace to be just as quick, if not faster, something I definitely need to work on. And with that, let's jump into the race. We're starting in this race in P10. Right in the middle of the pack, there's 19 other drivers, and right from the get-go I get a huge jump off the line that lets me just kind of go side by side with this Mustang, and the car behind goes side by side with me. We're about to go 3 wide in the turn 1, but I really wanted to be cautious and I just kind of bailed. Probably could have put my nose in there, but I was really trying to prioritize not making contact with other cars. Now, I'm trying my best to, still take positions, but you don't want to put yourself into a situation that's going to spin you out, which is exactly what I do here. I go side by side, make some contact, and unfortunately, I'm the one that suffers.
Win some, you lose some.
Now, unfortunately, that drops me all the way down to 19th, so we have quite a bit of work to do to try and catch up, but we're going to get an easy position right here. This McLaren in front of us, for some odd reason, just slows down. I'm pretty sure he's slowing down to probably DNF, but we get an easy pass on him, and now we're about 6 seconds to the group ahead, and we just got to put our head down and start chasing them.
Now we're pretty far back, so we're just gonna see what's possible.
I wasn't feeling super confident in my ability to catch back up to the group ahead, but as time went on, the gap between me and the guy in front just started to dwindle down more and more. Now, as I caught up, I realized that there was quite a big pack in front of me, which made me a bit nervous because I had no idea how I was going to cut through this traffic.
Right news, everyone's right there. Bad news, everyone's right there.
Now we get a pretty easy overtake here. A blue Mustang went off track, probably due to some collision in this giant pack ahead of us. So we get quite an easy win there, and we're up to 15th now. We got quite a bit of room to make up still, but as we got closer and closer to the finish line, I was able to compare our lap times, and we were just seconds faster than them.
Much faster than the group ahead.
Now, after 2 laps, I catch up to the group ahead finally, and the first person we see is this driver in the 911. He's not that quick, which we already knew about. We were seconds faster in pace than him. I wanted to go for a send here, but he kind of made me a bit nervous. He turned in a little defensively to stop me from taking that corner. I don't think I would have made it anyways, but it made me a bit nervous sending it into following corners. I decided to try and play it safe and try to overtake on a long straight, which I'm trying to set up right now, trying to get right behind him just so I can set myself up for a great exit.
We got him here.
Now, as I pull alongside to make my move on him, we run into a giant group of crashed cars.
That was a tire. What happened?
The Porsche almost takes his position back, but I'm able to hold him off and keep the position. And now I can really just put my head down and start chasing the group ahead of me. I know I'm faster than them, I just need to catch up. Now, as we approach the start-finish line, we get a yellow flag. I'm going down the main straight a little cautious, but for some reason, a car is just parked here. Going into turn 1, I get a little lucky. The cars in front start fighting, and the blue Mustang, for some reason, gets punted out a bit, and I'm able to just sneak myself in there. So far, we've made quite a recovery from that lap 1 incident. We've jumped all the way up to 12th place. Now, as we start to chase down this Ferrari, I notice someone in our lobby is getting quite upset and is sending some fun messages in the chat. Now, as we begin lap 7, the Ferrari in front goes for an overtake on the Porsche and is actually able to not just pull alongside, but get in front of him. This actually catches me off guard, because I didn't think that overtake would be that easy for him, but I'm hoping the Porsche is frustrated so I can make an overtake, and now all of a sudden I'm overthinking it and I almost run right in the back of him. I think the yellow Mustang way out front is actually the slow car in this pack and is just doing a pretty good job of not letting anybody get by. it's my turn to overtake the Porsche. This upcoming turn is one of my favorites to try and get overtakes done. And I'm going to try and get my nose in so I can get the overtake, but he cuts me off to prevent me from getting it, which isn't going to save him for too long. I'm going to pass him no matter what, so I just decided to send it on the next corner. And I get alongside him, and at the apex, get on the power nice and early, and I'm able to overtake him.
Got it.
I think what made that overtake really important, though, was where we did it. It really set us up into these last turns onto the main straight. We got a phenomenal exit, which kind of brought us towards the cars in front. They've been battling for a while, and I know they're frustrated with each other. So my first thought is to try and throw myself in there, because they're not going to see me coming. The Mustang veers to the right for an overtake, and I just try and take his line. I just put my nose in and go with him. The Ferrari winds up getting pushed wide because of it. There was no contact. It's unfortunate because he lost quite a few positions due to the overtake. He dropped from 9th place all the way down to 13th, which is a bummer, but I'm sure he'll be able to figure it out. And there was no contact, so I'm happy. Again, I'm immediately going to try to get an overtake on the Mustang. I send it on the inside here, and I could have pulled it off. I get on the power early, but I accidentally turned my headlights on, and when I went to turn them off, I started changing the camera angle.
That's not what we wanted to do.
But I still have him kind of nervous, so I decide I'm just going to send it again. I'm going to shoot it on the inside because he's not going to see me doing it twice. And it's exactly what we do. He goes a little wide, we go on the apex, and we got it.
I wanted to flash my lights. I didn't mean to change the camera angle. Oh boy.
And then for some odd reason, there's just a car sitting there, having a picnic or something. But now I have a bigger problem. This Mustang behind me has been slowly fighting his way up the field. He's passed every car I've passed and has caught up to me. Now, I'm pretty certain he qualified quite far ahead up. I was P10, I think he was maybe P7 or P8. And I immediately just got nervous. I don't know why, because I was doing fine the whole race. But I knew he was fast, and he was very aggressive on going for gaps. So I was playing very defensive and trying to see what I could get him to do. He rams in the back of me. I think it was just, you know, a mistake, I guess. I went where he probably wanted to go, and he probably didn't think I'd play defensive there. But I'm trying my best to keep my position. I was trying my absolute hardest. I was telling myself I am not losing this hard-earned 7th position. I've tried so hard from 19th. I am keeping this position if it's the last thing I do. And I just fight the rest of this race. We have 1 minute left. And I know because of that, he is going to be extremely aggressive. And I assumed that he was going to go on a move there, but I didn't want to move under the braking. So I try to just take it wide, and I get a little swervy, and he's able to just get in front of me, and we lose it. In my head, I'm saying, it's not over, I can still do it, but this is quite hard if I don't take the position back right away. And he played so well defensively. He knew exactly where I'd want to go, and he was just flying. I mean, he's already about a half a second ahead of me, and I just slowly lose that time. So now, as we go around these last few corners, we're going to go across the start-finish line, and I'm going to have 1 lap to try and attack him and take that position back. I was feeling real confident at this part of the race I could do it. I passed, at this point, 11 drivers. Whether it was on track, in the pit, or however it was, I've passed quite a few people. I know I can do it. But I just kept losing time. And as we, you know, get to this chicane on the last lap, I thought maybe I could do something because he went so deep. But he rotated that car like crazy. It was like a mini controlled drift around it. And was able to go wide, drift around, and still stay a half a second ahead of me. Now, I really wanted to send it here, but he did such a good job of just sitting on the apex that I couldn't really get a good run on him. And at this point, we only have a few turns left, and only probably like 2 turns left in total that are good for overtaking. And I'm just not close enough. He's still a half a second ahead of me. We're catching the group ahead, and the only thing I can hope for to slow him down is the car in front of him.
We can do it.
And there's just not enough time. That car is over a second ahead of him. So at this point of the race, I'm bummed, but I'm happy because it was a phenomenal race. from starting P10 to being spun out on lap 1, dropping all the way to 19th, to finish the race in P8, you can't be mad.
I think we wound up better than our qualifying position though, right? Or is it the same? After being taken out to start, I'm not upset. What a race.
What a race.